This is the 17th day of March 2021. I had a couple of friends that I was in close proximity with that died with COVID-19, so I opted on Monday to go get my tests to know if I am going to be sentenced to that heavenly place. And this is what it looks like here at, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, right here at Integrated Medical Center with Dr. Charity. This is where you get your PCR tests and your rapid tests right there. Don't take long to get the test. A lot of guys don't want to know, but I wanted to know. But the Premier Clinical Laboratory where they send my tests, and my test came back, of course, negative. I don't know if I was going to be here to tell you all that I'm positive, but it came back negative. But it says testing was complete using whatever. But they said that negative results is not ruled out based on the particular in the patient whom you have been in contact with the virus, the patient's recent exposure and the presence of the clinical symptoms constant with COVID-19 should be considered with a false negative result. A negative, not direct test result is the expense from a patient without symptoms on COVID-19 what they're actually saying is that you could get this negative test but you still could have COVID-19. That's crazy. At least I got the test. This is the test here, and it's good to know that by getting tested that you don't have COVID-19, but they come back and say that you got tested, but you still can have the virus. You got to come back again and check again. It's crazy. This is crazy seasons here in Abaco. And everybody talking about washing with COVID-19. That is almost impossible in my area of Central Abaco. Mashaba, Dunderstan, Murphytown, Central Pines. The water that should be coming through the faucet is on the ground. That's an essential and a necessary component, water. And 2 years, the government can't get the water to come constantly through the faucet of Central Abaco. It's an international disgrace. But yet they say they care. One tank, a few leakage, 2 years. And it looks like it's going to be one more year before we could come back to some normalcy of a basic essential of water. We can't get water. We have to. This morning I got up and the water was blazing out there. Faucet. Less than 5 minutes I got undressed and came back and turned on the shower. Not like, where does the water disappear? In 5 minutes we had pressure. We're talking about 9 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And the water just disappeared. And it'll be gone all day until an angel flows it back through the faucet. How could this be in Abaco? That a basic necessity in one tank on the island of Abaco, and the water service Spring City, Dundestown, Murphytown, Mashaba, Hopetown comes and get water, Manawa gets water, go on and keep get water. How could 2 years in, the government can't fix one basic, essential need, that is water? That is taxing on one brain. All the other pressures of trying to rebuild. The government of the Bahamas don't find it necessary to stop those projects in those other islands that have a constant flow of water and can't come up and water us up 2 years later. Where is our MP to speak of our concerns? This is why they were elected. Are they having a shower? Do they have to put 2 buckets by the toilet? God help you if you got to do number 2 and you run out of water in your 5-gallon buckets to flush the toilet. And this is constantly for 2 years with no end in sight, with no communication from the Water and Sewage Corporation, from the Member of Parliaments in the district. Like they don't care. But still they'll come up and say, vote for me. And it's the people's time, and we are still rocking with Doc. Why are you still rocking with Doc, Abaco? Give me one reason. Just one. Hundreds of homes was destroyed. I am exhausted by just thinking about the neglect that Abaco continually is receiving from this FNM government. And they say, vote for them. Why? Why vote FNM at all in Abaco? Why? When they haven't even spoke to us. If they cannot speak to us, how can they speak for us? They don't know our needs because they haven't even considered us important enough to ask us, what can we do as a government? Nothing. And all this came about. And I'm here at Dr. Charity with the results of my COVID-19 test that I had one big long straw took up my nose. And most real man has a problem with anything joking anyway in them, on them. I don't like nothing joking on me or in me. I'm real. Some guys don't have no problem with that, but I have a problem with that. But I surpassed all that, and I got my test. That's only good for 5 days. I guess after 5 days, you gotta puck it up again and get retested to make sure nobody made a mistake. That's one of these car care videos right in the front of the biggest business in town. I mean, I just dream about making $170 every 3 minutes. That one forgot his mask. He coming to give people COVID-19. Ain't no thing. He'll figure it out. But here we are. Everybody lined up to try to get the answer. Want to fly? You got to get it. I know the government said it's not mandatory, but they're going to make sure somehow they're going to wiggle and whine. I don't think they're going to try it before election, but if the FNM government, we are crazy enough to re-elect them, or they would make it mandatory that we get that poison vaccine that them Indians didn't want, that they sent it to us. Go and try it on them Bahamians. See how they turn out. This one, these car care video early morning, March 17, 2021, at Uskell Medical Center. Kai case. That's not Uskell, that's the wrong name. Integrated Medical Center. Uskell down the road. Let me do not let them know this Dr. Charity's place. Integrated Medical Center. That's where I'm at. And that's where I got the results of a negative test. Doesn't mean much according to the letter. You could test negative, but the symptoms still could be there. But I'm on the road to better health. Kai case. That's why I'm here. The test results is a negative.